ISO 100. That's not on 100. Oh dear. It's on 800. Just tried to fly the drone to get some aerial footage, and that's decided that it's not gonna work. Good morning and welcome to a lovely morning in the Lake District. Been a while since I've shot a video, so I thought I'd get myself out this morning and try and get out of this photography slump that I've been in for a little while, and couldn't have chose a better morning really. So yeah, you can tell I haven't done it in a while because number one, I've forgotten my filters. Number two, I've forgotten my telephoto lens this morning, both of which I was meant to have brought with me, and also I've ended up on the wrong hill as such. Well, I haven't ended up on the wrong hill, that's a bit of a lie. I'd like to have been up there and trying to get the view, which is basically the other side of that fell there, but what I just misread the map, and there's quite a bit of a valley down there. Now I could walk down and then back up, but because I was a little bit like I was running out of time before the sun was rising, and you know there was some really good clouds forming in the valley there, so I didn't want to lose that opportunity. So instead I've come, you know, I haven't gone as far as I want to. However, it's still very, very nice. It's still a very photogenic scene. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I'm at just above Loweswater. So Loweswater is just down there. There's a series of 3 lakes here. So you've got Loweswater, then Crummock, then Buttermere, so kind of like down in the Buttermere Valley. Yeah, it's a really, really lovely part of the Lake District. Very, very popular, particularly towards Buttermere. But yeah, it's a very, very superb morning. There's not a lot of there's no clouds in the sky, so fortunately for me, the fact that I didn't bring my filters has probably worked in my favour a little bit, because I wouldn't really need to kind of bring the harshness of the highlights down to try and pick out those details. So I can do most of my shooting without it, and then you know I can just make a few adjustments in Photoshop afterwards in post-production. So it's not the end of the world. With regards to my telephoto lens, it'd have been nice to get a nice, you know, good outreach down there, but you know it is what it is, and what it is still lovely. So can't really complain about it. I've got time-lapse set up. I set that up, fired that up, pretty much ready to go, just to try and capture this movement in the cloud, and it's probably going to look fairly good. So just the normal settings I'd always do is my go-to settings, which is f8, auto shutter speed, manual focus. I'm hoping it's on manual. Yes, it's manual focus. ISO 200 on that. Set the white balance to, I think it's cloudy. I've set that to just to give it a little bit of a warmer tone, and we're doing photo every 7 seconds. I've set it up to take 700. Whether I go to the full 700, I don't know, but just to kind of give me a long enough time lapse, give me a fair few pictures anyway. We're on 300 now, so you know, I might change the angle of that. The composition I've got for that is I've just got this, there's this boulder just down there, so I managed to capture that, and it's getting pretty much from about there around to there somewhere. So yeah, it'd have been nice to actually have caught that fell there, because there was a little bit of like cloud coming up there earlier, so it'd been nice to capture that, but you can't have it all, can you? You know, it's just the risk that you take. So and then I've done a few different shots. So I've used the kind of full length of the 70mm 24 to 70 I've got on the front there, so I've used the full length of the 70 just to get a few shots down that valley, which I might get a few more of now the sun's hitting them fells. And then using them boulders a little bit of foreground interest. I've also done a nice pano as well, so yeah, quite happy with that. Settings on that f11, and then the shutter speed's been changing as the morning's kind of progressed on, depending on the light. ISO 100. That's not on 100. Oh dear. It's on 800. See, I'm out of practice with this. It's not the end of the world, but I need to change that. Yeah, we're just gonna see how this morning goes. Get a few more pictures. I'll correct my ISO settings, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so things aren't quite going according to plan this morning. Just tried to fly the drone to get some aerial footage, and that's decided that it's not gonna work. Well, the drone's working fine, and it will take off fine, and it will probably record fine, but it's not connecting. The app on my phone isn't connecting to the drone for some reason. It's something I've had a lot of problems with in the past. You know, it's quite stubborn at connecting. It's not the most reliable, so I need to work out why it's not connecting this time. I mean, I've always managed to get it working in the past, you know, with a little bit of difficulty. But the thing is, the more time that you spend trying to mess around on the hillside, you're not concentrating on your photography, you're not concentrating on getting other footage that you can be, and you end up missing things. So I've kind of given up with it for today, and then I'll try and take it back home and see if I can work on it. It does. I mean, I updated it last night before I come out, as I always do, but for some reason it's not it's not connecting this time. There is a message coming up saying something about the firmware, so I need to have a look at that properly and see if that needs updating maybe. But like I say, I updated it last night, so it's had this latest update, so I really don't know why it's not connecting. So, but yeah, it's been a gorgeous morning nonetheless, you know, despite, you know, the many mistakes that I've made. But it's all a learning curve at the end of the day, and sometimes, you know, making some of these little mistakes does help, you know, because you have to adapt to what you got. You know, the drone's not working, so I've got to try and cobble together some other footage. I didn't get much B-roll on the way up here because I was in a little bit of a rush. Managed to get some, but not a lot. Not as much as I'd like, but you know, that it is what it is. So, you know, it's probably not going to be the highest quality video that I've done in the past, but at the same time, just adapting to the situation. So, really kicking myself about not bringing my filters, but that's not the end of the world because there's not a great deal of detail in the sky, so I can live without that. But I'm really kicking myself for not bringing my telephoto lens, my 70-200, because now that cloud is cleared, there's some really nice details that could be picked out in that valley down there. But never mind. The cloud is starting to disperse a little bit. Crummock, you can see Crummock waters like visible down there. So with most of the pictures this morning, I've been using Melbrake as kind of like the focal point. So Melbrake is just this veil here, and with the cloud inversion in that valley there to the left, just over Crummock, it kind of places itself naturally in that right hand third. So with the cloud clearing and, you know, going in and out, moving all the time, I'm hoping that that's going to give a really good time lapse this morning. So I've just adjusted it. I didn't quite have it probably set up the way I'd like it to have done, so I stopped it after we've got about 330 pictures, 360 pictures, so I stopped it. So that'll give that a decent time lapse, and then I'm capturing it again, and at the moment we're on 406, so you know, pretty good decent time lapse there. So hopefully that's going to be a good like 20 seconds worth, and I'm just going to keep that rolling, I think, until either the battery runs out or the card fills up, or until the 700 gets there, whichever comes first. So because that's going to be, you know, it's changing all the time, that scene, so you know, it's really good. So yeah, quite happy with that. That's about one of the you know, decent things that's gone right this morning. Well, I'm hoping it's gone right anyway.
There's some stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, but it's okay. I don't have find me